A fad is something that everybody wants to have. There have been fads where everybody wanted to have a hula hoop, and there have been fads when everybody wanted to have pop guns and that kind of thing. There was a fad once when everybody wanted a yo-yo, and this book is called A Birthday Yo-Yo. Yo-yo is a toy that has string in the middle, and you roll it up and then you throw it out, and the string goes all the way out, and then the yo-yo comes back. See in the picture? I bet you some of you have got them at home. It was Timmy's birthday, and he was 6 years old. He held his birthday money tightly in his hand. He was going to buy a yo-yo from the corner store. Hurry home, called his mother as he raced out through the door. Timmy thudded along the footpath in his new birthday boots. He was a giant. Giants take only one step for every square on the footpath. For the bigger squares, Timmy had to take a giant step and jump with his feet together. Thud, thump. Jimmy was getting big. Halfway to the shop, there was a house with a high fence. Behind the fence, a tired old dog dozed in the sun. It was almost deaf and nearly blind, but its bark was strong and deep. Timmy came to the high fence. The footpath here had great big squares. Thud, thump, thud, thump, thud, thump went the black boots. Thud, thump went the giant. Though the old dog could barely hear the sounds, it felt the thumps vibrating through the ground. It woke in fright. Ruff, ruff, ruff. The barks came loudly and angrily through the fence. Timmy froze. Then he ran fast. His feet hammered on the footpath. He could feel the hot breath of a huge dog on his neck. The fence flashed by. Along the road, where a new house was being built, stood a small shed with its door partly open. Timmy shot inside. He banged the door shut and threw himself against it. He stayed as still as he could. His legs wobbled, his heart bounced and bounced in his chest. He puffed and gasped as he leaned against the door. Timmy listened hard for any sound of the dog outside. It was quiet. He peered through a crack. There was no sign of the dog. Was it safe to come out? Roscoe! Timmy jumped. What was that noise? He held his breath. The sound came again. Rattle scuttle. It was inside the shed. There was no window and it was quite dark with the door closed. Timmy turned and peered into the darkness. The noise had come from the far corner. He tiptoed forward and saw something small and dark move out from under some crumpled newspapers. Timmy crept slowly towards it. The small, dark thing backed away and whimpered. Why, it was afraid of him. Timmy stopped to touch the frightened little creature. The soft body of a tiny puppy shivered under his fingers. He gently picked it up. It shook and cried quietly as he held it. Timmy nursed the puppy and stroked its head until it stopped shaking and crying. Then he slowly and carefully unzipped his parka and snuggled the little bundle in against his shirt, warm and safe. The old dog was asleep again as Timmy walked past the high fence. His steps were soft and quick this time, not because of the old dog, but because of the little bundle in the front of his parka. Timmy was a giant again, but a gentle giant. His mother heard him as he opened the door. She called out, Did you get your yo-yo? Yes, I did, Timmy answered. I got my yo-yo, my birthday yo-yo. I'll show you. At the sound of his voice, a wet black nose poked out of his parka, and a small pink tongue reached up and licked under his chin. Timmy set out to get a yo-yo and came home with a dog. That's quite the exchange, right?